All right, so the first things first. Let's see. Have you seen the new Avatar Last Airbender trailer? Yeah. Do you have notifications turned on for the GI page? We posted it. I seen it. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Frack Agent with the sub. Appreciate you. First things first. You ever thought about growing your locks back? No. I cut mine 2 months ago. This cold slapping my scalp. Nah, I don't miss my hair. Yo, that was 5 years ago, by the way. Yo, shout out to King Cole with the sub. Terry Rozier to the Miami. I seen that. That's a good move for y'all. That's a good move. I seen they trying to pick up Doc Rivers in Milwaukee. That man is still running off the 08 championship. Ain't done nothing since. First things first. If you are a gamer that's broke and you don't want to spend any more money, I got a problem for you. More quality games are coming. Matter of fact, we've reached the point where if you see any of these content creators, these Call of Duty, Fortnite ass streamers tweet out, gaming is dead, there's nothing to play, y'all got to start calling these people out, man. It's too much to fucking play. We got Powerworld, Prince of Persia, all the games from the 2023 backlog. Freaking Elden Ring is having a resurgence. Like the other day, it was like the #3 game played on Steam. I think it's because people are excited about the DLC that's supposed to be coming. Freaking, and then Tekken 8 and the new Yakuza reviews dropped today. Tekken 8, the average score, 9s and 10s. Mortal Kombat, I hate to break it to you, you're dead. Dead in the water. While Mortal Kombat fans will be modding more dicks into their game and other weird shit, Street Fighter and Tekken fans will be eating. We'll be playing actual fun games. So we got that. If you want to look for some video reviews, they're there. You said no way. Yeah, the Mortal Kombat fans are up to some weird shit. And then if you're into Yakuza, the same thing. A couple 10s, a whole lot of 9s. Actually, more than a couple 10s. 5 out of 5 is a 10. It's nothing but 9s and 10s. God damn. I've seen some reviews say that this is the best Yakuza game in the series. Never played one, but if you're a fan, I'm sure you have something to be excited for. Yo, shout out to Dubstep Dragon. So you got 2 bangers coming. Speaking of bangers, make sure you stream that Perfect Vibes. Can't wait for Yakuza. I think this one will be on Game Pass. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I believe Yakuza comes to Game Pass. So you can get a banger for free. If not, the older ones are on there, I believe. Not on Game Pass. Okay, so it's the older ones on there. I'm not okay. My fault. Anyways, I actually think they're keeping this one off of it. It is the older ones. Okay, my fault. Yeah, I don't want to spread misinformation. My fault. That's the older ones. But yeah, you got 2 bangers to play. And then also let me know. So like we announced the other day, because dude just came in here. You clearly weren't following. It's cool. I forgive you. But we announced the other day that we're gonna start posting like quick bits of news. Trying to do it in a way that, like, you know, not original, but tweaking the formula a little bit to where like you don't even need to go to a website. You can get all your news off of our page now because we're creating original graphics with basically summarizing articles for y'all. Let's see. We put out a tweet saying we were gonna do it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we put out a tweet on January 20th. Yeah, so we're gonna be posting that as well as like any interesting trailers on our timeline that we can find. Let me know if y'all are enjoying this stuff. We're seeing good engagement already. I love all the gaming news super quickly, and the flash brings more to the eyes. I fuck with it. Yeah, what I'm trying to do differently from everybody else, kind of like flashcards, basically. What we're doing compared to everybody else is usually when they post like the graphics, they'll just be like, oh, Knuckles TV show coming 2024. Just like a small thing. I'm using AI to summarize the articles and give them to y'all in the image so you never have to go to a website. So follow the page. We are no longer just posting podcast stuff. All nerd shit, we will be posting there. Yeah, we locked in this year. We locked in the podcast, and just so the podcast never gets lost in the shuffle, it'll always be pinned to the top. Yeah, efficiency. So, I mean, yeah, the engagement is already pretty decent. It seems like people are fucking with it, so we just got to be consistent with it. In the spirit of good games, can we talk about how great Suicide Squad's about to be? I can't wait for this garbage to pass by. I'm confused if you're being funny or not, Bonafide. Do you like the game or not? I knew it was AI scripts, but I'm digging it. Yeah, just tell it to summarize it. You guys like AI. Anyways, yeah, so follow the page if you haven't. Matter of fact, let me drop the link in here. I saw TV Bank shouted you out. Yeah, shout out to him. I DM'd him. He ain't got back to me yet, but at some point, I'm sure we can get him on a podcast because he was showing love. That's what I like to see. I like to see black people showing love instead of fucking. I hate this shit. This versus shit. Oh, this person's better than this person. Why has it got to be that? Why can't we just work together? That's what I like to see. When I say I like somebody, I always shout them out. I always like, yo, I think this person's funny. And then if I'm not a fan of somebody, I don't sit on this fucking stream and talk shit about people all day. Just be like, it's not for me. It's not that big of a deal. I've seen people in gaming do this too. You smart for that. Exposes the GI podcast. Well, that's the point. It's on brand because we talk about gaming, right? And these are the things we talk about on the podcast, but it's to drive traffic to the page. And anytime somebody comes to the page, they're going to see we're a podcast. And guess what? They're going to click the link. So it's only a matter of time before we can get a viral tweet, basically. I actually turned around the Suicide Squad. It's still going to be not that great, but I felt like the DLC content of the Joker looks like real shit. I think it'll be okay. Which, by the way, that's another game we have coming, I think, February 2nd. I think it comes out for Suicide Squad. Follow the GI page, turn on notifications. We'll be posting. The first piece of interesting news I had, it was something Batman related. I guess I didn't save it. Canceled Batman Robin game. It was a canceled Batman. Let's see news. Is this it? Yeah, it was Damian Wayne. There we go, Damian. I thought I saved that article. We need to post that to the damn page. There we go. There's like 3 games February 2nd. Still gonna be on the Powerworld ground. I don't. This shit is stressful. I'm actually glad that I switched to kind of the first impression style of videos with the before you buy stuff. It's just impossible, and it fucks you over trying to do game reviews because you have to beat the game and then put out well, at least I would try to have integrity and beat the game before I would talk about it. Trying to compete with all these other people that get early access to the game. Like, fuck it, we'll just do first impressions. I'm gonna put a fucking disclaimer in the damn video. Fuck it. Because by doing that and getting the video out quicker, it puts me back in. Why are you licking me, nigga? The fuck? Thank you. Thank you for the kiss. What's the name? Thank you. It gets me back in the algorithm trying to put this shit out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. All right, that's enough, bro. That's enough. Just putting germs all over my goddamn man. You're okay. Let's see. Quit licking me, bruh. Back up. Get a life. Beep, 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 beep. You got 1 million toys. I'm busy, bruh. We just went outside. He does this shit soon as we start streaming. In the arms of... Act like he don't get no attention, no food. Who here knows where I can download the Naked Omni-Man mod? Yo, mods, ban this man. Voice actor... Oh, let me turn this shit down a little bit. Did you see the new Avatar trailer? Yeah, did you turn on notifications for the GI page? We posted. Yeah, be gone. Voice actor Josh Keaton, who plays Robin in Batman Arkham Origins, claims a Batman game was being worked on and was canceled because of leaks, but another source suggests otherwise. I would love to get a shot at Batman, Keaton says in a Twitch live stream. Oh, he streams. I almost did. There was a game that I was going to be a part of that I was going to play Batman. But it wasn't going to be Bruce Wayne Batman. It was going to be a different Batman. The actor clarifies that he was going to play Damian Wayne, which suggests he's referring to Project Sabbath, a Batman game that leaked back in 2019 starring the character that was once in development at WB Games Montreal. Keaton goes on to explain that the plug was pulled on the project after details about the game surfaced online. That's fucking stupid, bruh. I have a hard time believing that a publisher would cancel the development of a game because it leaked online solely. Like, Insomniac Games is supposed to stop making Wolverine just because it leaked online. I feel like it got canceled because it just wasn't a good game, probably, and they're just hiding behind, oh, you guys leaked it, so we're not gonna make it. Get the fuck out of here. Keaton goes on to explain that the plug was pulled on the project after details about the game surfaced online. Everything about the game got leaked on some forum, and they ended up shutting it down. It's crazy because this leaked in 2019. Y'all know I stay on top of this shit. I have never heard of this news. Has anybody heard of this news? I feel like that game turned into Gotham Knights. No. Was it Damian? Damian wasn't in Gotham Knights, was it? It was Tim Drake and Dick and Red Hood. Damian wasn't in it. Yeah, it wasn't. It was every Robin but Damian. It was every Robin but Damian. Yeah, he wasn't in the game. That's fucking funny, bro. Oh man. Let's see. He doesn't elaborate on what he believes is the actual reason here, but in response to the questions from other users, he says that he will hopefully go into detail at some point, though not on Twitter. Prior to Project Sabbath, WB Games Montreal was working on a Suicide Squad game, not to be confused with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, currently in development at Rocksteady. This too never saw the light of day. Instead, the studio released Shitty Nights. I was today years old when I heard Midnight Suns came out. Yeah, that came out like last year. If you like Baldur's Gate 3, you'll probably like Midnight Sun, although it's not as good, but it's, you know, it's a tactical game. You asked the question last night on a WE24, is arcade or realistic? It's both. You can pull up the article and the details. It sounds fun as shit. You play the game and you let me know how it is. I'm not buying that shit. It was shitty, bro. It was a good 7 out of 10. Gotham Knights, I would say it was like a 6. I wouldn't give it a 7. Because a 7 implies there's more good than bad. And to me, a 6 is a fair score because it's not horrible, but it's also not good either. That's why I wouldn't give it a 7. A 7 implies that it's good. At least to me, maybe not to most of the internet, but I view a 7 as good. It leans more towards good than bad. Oh yeah, that's the same shit right there. Would y'all want a Damian Wayne Batman game? Like, how would that be any different? Will he just go around slaughtering people? They just give Batman a sword? Like, I don't really care. Like, make something new. Yeah, if they were gonna do another Batman, I'd prefer Batman Beyond, but a Dick Grayson or a Damian Wayne Batman, it'd be pretty similar to regular Batman. I would rather Shadow of More, maybe a League of Assassins game, maybe. Who we assassinating? Speaking of assassinations, actually, this is a good segue. The Last of Us 2 is getting assassinated again. Let me go ahead and summarize this article for you. So basically, The Last of Us 2 Remastered is dropping. It's getting overshadowed by Powerworld. And you would think it's getting review bombed right now on Metacritic. You would think this game was getting review bombed because it's a remaster of a game that just came out 2.5 years ago that still graphically looks fine. There's nothing wrong with it. And they're milking it because they put out a TV show. You would think that's the reason it's getting review bombed. Although, in my opinion, review bombing is corny as fuck. If you don't like something, just let it go. Like, I don't like this game, but I'm not gonna spend my time trying to make sure they don't make any fucking money. This is how people pay their bills and shit. I just ignore it. I don't support it. Review bombing is tacky. But logically speaking, you would think the fans would review bomb this because they're milking the series. No. They're review bombing it for the same reason it got review bombed when the Last of Us 2 originally came out. They don't like Abby. They said it's going woke, and they don't like the way that Joel died, which I think is funny. Basically, history was repeating itself with Deja. It's almost like Naughty Dog released the same game again. So the same dickheads that went and shit on the game because of Abby. Oh, they didn't like Ellie was gay, although that was in the first fucking game. They weren't paying attention. People were upset about the way Joel died. All these little things that people were upset about, they're going back to the remaster and they're leaving the same reviews, basically typing go woke, go broke, go woke, go broke. So it's getting review bombed. If you're looking forward to buying the game, go ahead and get it. There's nothing wrong with the game. It looks fine. It runs fine. The reviews are good. If you see negative reviews from it, it's just trolls, basically. Monster Hunter Rise got review bombed for adding DRM and bricking the Steam Deck, but Capcom fixed it in a few hours. I can understand that. Like, if it's fucking the game over, I can understand that. Like, then that's not, to me, that's not review bombing it. If you add DRM to a game that previously didn't have it, and then it fucks up the performance of the game, and to the point where it doesn't even run on a Steam Deck, I don't think that's review bombing. That's called just being fair. Like, the game sucks. It doesn't run well, so we're gonna give it a negative review. Review bombing is trying to push some type of agenda. That's, to me, that's what review bombing is. Review bombing would be like, Madam Web is about to come out, right? The only thing you should be concerned about with Madam Web is whether or not the movie is good. So, and in my opinion, it looks like it sucks. So when I review it, it's coming from a standpoint of, oh, this movie's not very good. If I were to go see it, I'm not paying for that. Review bombing would be, I don't like the fact that they're making Spider-Man a woman or some shit. So I'm gonna go leave a 1 star out of 5 or out of 10 because da-da-da-da-da. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just like stupid reasons. Yo, shout out to Cam the King with the sub. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Review bombing is like saying Morbius was a bad. No, that's facts. Like, they review bomb Morbius. It was a good movie. Here's an interesting story. I posted this one to the GI. I was like, oh, this is a very interesting one. All right, so Dragon Dogma 2 director says he doesn't like fast travel because it means the game is boring. In an interview with IGN, Dragon Dogma's director explained that if players choose to use fast travel instead in a game, is usually a sign that the game itself isn't fun to play. Instead, it's on the developers to make normal travel interesting for the player so they don't feel tempted to skip it. Just give it a try, he said. Travel is boring? That's not true. It's only an issue because your game is boring. All you have to do is make travel fun. That's why you place things in the right location for players to discover, or come up with enemy appearance methods that create different experiences each time, or force players into blind situations where they don't know whether it's safe or not 10 meters in front of them. He said he's spitting. I disagree. I don't agree. I understand where he's coming from, but I don't agree. And let me tell you why. That's a better way. To an extent, I agree, Marcus. Marcus, I'm saying your name right. That's why I said it's like I'm in the middle, but for the most part, I disagree. And here's why. The average gamer is 35 years old. Just because they don't want to run through 100 acres of fucking land, 100,000 acres of land, does not mean the game is boring. Elden Ring was my favorite game of 2022. I did like exploring, but there came a certain point where I'm like, I'm ready to beat the game. Thank God for fast travel, because then I was able to fast travel to the nearest safe camp that put me on the path to the main storyline. And I love that game, but I didn't feel the need to look for every little thing. I understand what he's saying, and that's why I said to an extent, I agree. Your game probably is boring if people feel the need to fast travel right at the beginning. I would say, yeah, I agree with that. I think that's why I wasn't a big fan of, not Breath of the Wild, but what's the joint? Tears of the Kingdom. It didn't hit the same. I was like, yeah, within the first couple hours, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of tired of it. There was nothing in the open world. It didn't hit the same for me compared to Breath of the Wild. It didn't have that new coat of paint on it. But to say the game is like flat out boring, like a definitive statement, I would think a better way to phrase this is, if the player feels the need to fast travel at the beginning of your game, then it probably is boring. But putting fast travel in the game definitively does not make it boring. It makes it efficient. Also, here's another stance. Just shut the fuck up, bro. This is the type of shit that makes people not want to buy your game. Just This is one of those things is like, who's Dragon's Dogma published by? I think Capcom. Capcom Dragons. I think it's, yeah, it's Capcom. Okay. This is one of those meetings where Capcom needs to pull the director into the boardroom and be like, shut the fuck up, my nigga. And here's why. Just be happy people even bought your fucking game. And when I say that, I'm not saying like on some shut up and dribble type shit, like, you know, with LeBron, but more so just like, games are expensive. It took a lot for me to afford your $70 game. And now you're telling me I need to play it this way? Yeah, it's anti-marketing. The thing about fast travel is it doesn't stifle the creativity of the developer. When you put fast travel in the game, it just gives the player options. But when you start telling people how they should play your game, it's like, yo, come on, bro. Imagine having to run everywhere in the last RP. Yeah. Like, if Assassin's Creed Odyssey did not have fast travel, I would have never beat that game. Sometimes too much is it's too much. And then here's another thing to take into consideration. Your game is not the only game that exists in the world. What if I'm like a hardcore gamer that wants to taste, I want to taste, you know, like a 7-course, you ever, you know, a 7-course meal? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I want to be there to be able, because I love games. I want to be able to be there to touch a little bit of everything. I can't do that if your game's 100,000 million hours, god damn it. So I don't like, bro, you got to be quiet. This is one of those things that's like, should have kept the comment to yourself. I actually, so when we posted the article, I actually see multiple people say in the comment section, this makes me not want to play the game. It literally proves my point. Like, fine, yeah, like wine tasting with a cheese board. I want to taste a little bit of everything. I don't want to be on your game all goddamn day. It doesn't mean I don't love it. Not everyone has all day to beat every single game in an open world. Exactly. That's really what it comes down to. So like, for those people that take the time to explore every inch of the world you crafted, appreciate those people. But the people who just want to run through the story, you got to appreciate those people too, because they didn't have to buy your game. And at the end of the day, you are in the business of selling games. Don't fuck up your own money. You might not be able to make a Dragon's Dogma 3 the way you keep talking. You don't explore every inch of my game, you shouldn't be playing it. Your game's boring. Like, bro, relax. It's not that deep. I logged 250 hours into AC Valhalla. I'm sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear that. I couldn't do it. I think I did 20 hours and I turned it off because there was too many bugs and glitches. I just could not do it. So it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I've seen some people say, man, this makes me not want to play it if this shit doesn't. Are you trying to tell us this don't got fast travel? Man, we got all these new SSDs and shit in these consoles, man. You better put some fast travel in that bitch. What's the topic? We were just talking about fast travel. Let's move on. This is just an update. Rocket League Racing or Rocket Racing, they added an update, 2 new tracks, like new stuff to unlock. Nothing too crazy to talk about there, but if you're into, does anybody play that still? I actually liked it when I tried it. Does anybody still play that? Just new content to be aware of. Powerworld has surpassed Counter-Strike's concurrent player record. I do. On Tuesday, the game hit 1.8 million concurrent players, according to independent Steam data tracker SteamDB. They saw it overtake Valve's Counter-Strike, which peaked at 1.8. Only one game has ever attracted more concurrent players on Steam, and that's PUBG Battlegrounds, which still holds the record for 3 million. You know what's funny? I had a conversation with my girl about this the other day, and we was talking about the influence of other, like, certain games. And like we were talking about like we were talking about like BRs and shit, and she was talking about how like Fortnite changed the game. And I was like, yes. But I was like, I feel like PUBG gets lost in the conversation of the history of like BRs. Fortnite did not blow BRs up. PUBG did. No, H1, in my opinion, H1Z1 did not blow up BRs. H1Z1 did. I would say H1Z1 walked so PUBG could fly or run, if that makes sense. But it didn't, H1Z1 didn't hit the mainstream. It was popular with streamers. PUBG hit the mainstream. PUBG fucked up because they didn't go free to play. The moment Fortnite came out and went free to play, they should have went free to play to counter them. and they fucked up, and then they didn't fix the bugs and shit like that. But I'm like, that's revisionist history. And the fact this article right here, they still hold the record for the most concurrent players at 3 million on Steam. That's fucking crazy. This is revisionist history because Fortnite is still like, you know, popping to some degree. Fortnite changed free-to-play microtransactions and events. Yeah, I'll give it that much, definitely. But Fortnite did not make BRs popular. In my opinion, PUBG did. I would say Fortnite took the torch and ran, though. H1Z1 walked so PUBG could run, and PUBG ran so Fortnite could fly, basically. That's a way of putting it. Yeah, that's a way of putting it. Your old PUBG videos had me dying. Referencing Powerworld's new concurrent player milestone, developer and publisher Pocket Pair wrote, "Thank you for playing this game even though it's a weekday." Yeah, you guys need to get a fucking job. The team is working hard to ensure that you can enjoy the game even more comfortably. What's that right now? Would you play a PUBG too? Yeah, I would play it. I would try it. Boom, boom, boom. There's still 900,000 people still playing right now. On it, there's almost 1 million people playing Powerworld right now on a Tuesday at 12:58. Get a fucking job, bro. But then again, it's a lot of people working at home. This is actually a good game to play at home. If you're working from home and like it's not too busy, I can see people playing this game because it's a lot of crafting, just running around. It's not like super pressure. Not a crazy story. I'm playing right now while I'm at work. See, Corliss just snitched on himself allegedly. Get a job, guys. Get a job. What else news we got here? I'm working from home right now. I might cop. Steam drops a bunch of free download you can claim now. No subscription needed. Oh, wait. I allegedly took a sick day to play Powerworld. Freedom Planet 2 comes to PS5. Is that new Avowed footage? What games are free? Let's see. Well, Steam No More is coming in strong with free downloads to keep it in. Isn't it longer offering? Involved. The Steam Point shop that offers it a rate. So yeah, I should have drawn the ones. What fucking to access the free download, simply log in a Steam account and purchase the items. It says you can follow this link. Yo, shout out to Black Shogun. What the fuck is this, man? This is some bullshit ass free games. What the fuck is this shit? Powerworld's capitalizing on the Poke fans. Some people are just upset with Pokemon at the moment, and I think Powerworld is capitalizing on that, which is smart. I think what's happening is Nintendo is honestly completely oblivious. Because one thing I know about Japanese corporate culture is they're slow to change. So like they probably were genuinely, especially because not Pokemon, but Nintendo's a Japanese company. They're not here in the West. They don't have boots on the ground. They have an American headquarters, but the actual Japanese people don't have boots on the ground over here. They probably don't know the genuine sentiment. There's a lot of disdain towards the last few Pokemon games. It's one of those things. It's like, if anything, what's happening, I don't think Pokemon's going anywhere as of yet, but it does prove that nobody's too big to fail. Anybody can get this work, and you got to pay attention. You can get a refurbished Steam Deck for around 300. Why would I want to use that as battery? That's a product, I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather buy new. Because it's intensive PC gaming and then the battery's built into it. Can you remove the battery from the Steam Deck? That should be a thing they add, like being able to swap batteries out. That'd be cool. Like rechargeable batteries is what I mean. But I wouldn't buy a used Steam Deck. Yes, you can. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's my fault. Really? I didn't know that. Let me see. Swap batteries on Steam Deck. If that's the case, then yeah, used Steam Deck is cool. Not rechargeable. Add an extra battery to your Steam Deck. Pretty sure everything is swappable. Extend it with this replaceable battery compatible. Okay, so you can buy, there's like a replaceable one. Ew, though. Okay, hold on. Okay, so you still need like some tools to open that bitch up. You guys aren't following me. I mean, like, as simple as swapping like Xbox batteries is what I mean. Popping the back off, like, you know, like a camera battery, taking the battery out and then putting a new one in. That way you can have like a bunch of batteries on the wall. Like a draw. You got to do surgery to open the back of the Steam Deck. Nah, it's not. That's not what I meant, bro. Nah. This is not a. I think that's one thing. If I could tell them they could probably improve on, I'd be more like, then I would be more inclined to buy a used Steam Deck and then buy like 2 or 3 batteries. Then you keep your rechargeable batteries on the wall and you could just constantly be swapping them out. Yeah, making it hot swappable. This is not hot swappable. You need a special. You can't even use a regular screwdriver. You need one of these little tiny ass, little dick ass